And when you're using the MACD and I'm going long on a bot, what is precisely the actual trigger that I should wait for here in the chart, consistent with what 3Commas is doing?
Sure. So we can actually put an arrow. This is like the perfect MACD signal. It's right here. If we can get this arrow to draw.
Oh, you can use this.
There we go. That's better. So it's right on that cross there. So we're below the center line, the 0 line. We have a cross where the blue line, the signal line, has crossed above the slower moving average. And because it's below the 0 line, that means momentum is now moving up. And so if we actually have a look at the chart here where that signal would have been triggered, we can see we may have had a reasonable scalp. But I think you're on the 4 hour, so that would be a little bit more than a scalp from when the signal was triggered.
Yeah.
So we go there from the candle close, go to the peak. 7% is a good trade. That would have been a good trade.
Yeah, that's a pretty good one. It will take a day and a half, something like that, but it's very good profit.
So again, we have another example here of a cross to the downside. We're above the 0 line. The MACD lines have moved. They're heading down and they've crossed. The signals crossed the slower moving average. And we can see here, if we'd entered a trade, it would actually be quite nice. And we'd still be in the trade at the moment because you can use or leave it until the MACD crosses again to exit the trade. But if you have something like trading take profit enabled, then you would be able to stay in the trade a little bit longer, depending on your settings. On a 4 hour time frame, you're not scalping for 0.5% in price move. But again, that's another 7% to the downside there, and price may continue falling. So the nice thing with the MACD, it also gives you these green and red bars, and they will tell you the momentum, how much power is behind the move. So if you've got the big green candles sort of moving up on the MACD, then that shows that there's a lot more momentum going with that direction of the move. And when you go over to the red side, you can see same thing. As price continues to fall down on the chart above with the candlesticks, we can see the momentum is sort of picking up as price moves further down. When you start getting the lighter colors like the pink or the light green, that means that the momentum has eased up, and it may be time that there's at least a reversal or some sort of temporary bounce in price.